There's no doubt that homemade bread is delicious, but not everyone has the time or desire to mix, knead, and babysit a ball of dough while it rises. The entire process can take multiple hours, which isn't convenient or practical for many people. Enter the modern bread machine. By simply adding all of the ingredients and pushing a few buttons, a bread machine does the rest of the work for you, actually making the bread, rendering the process quicker and easier. Bread machines today are loaded with features and come in all shapes and sizes, so we found the most popular models on the market today and tested them. Let's start in this video top 5 best bread machines. Number 1. Anyone who takes home baking seriously will appreciate all the features and options packed into this Zojirushi Breadmaker, and its performance during testing made it our best overall pick. It has 15 different pre-programmed courses, including a wide variety of bread, each with the choice of light, medium, or dark crust, but you can also create your own custom programs. This machine has 2 kneading paddles to make sure no bits of flour are left unmixed, and it has a 13-hour delay timer so you can wake up to hot, fresh bread for breakfast. A large window even lets you check the progress of your bread as it bakes. We tried 3 basic bread recipes with this model, and they all turned out perfectly. Even when we strayed from recipes, the end result was consistent. We started adding different flours, changing the amount of butter, and even mixing the ingredients in a different order. Each time, the finished loaf came out looking good, with a nice texture. On all of the test loaves, the Virtuoso produced great aeration on the interior and tasty bread with a crisp crust, a feature that's hard to achieve since machines bake at a cooler temperature than ovens. We also appreciate that the Virtuoso Plus bakes loaves with a domed top, shaped more like a real loaf than the flat ones other models put out. When we made banana bread, we got great color, even doneness, and perfect texture. Other features also stood out, from the unobtrusive alerts to the countdown timer to the easy-to-clean non-stick loaf pan. This is a high-end machine with a price to match, though, so it might not be the best option for casual bakers or novices who aren't sure how much use they'll get out of a bread maker. What we like. Nearly flawless results. Heated top for even browning. Both fixed and customizable settings. What we don't like. Expensive. Number 2. The Hamilton Beach Home Baker might be somewhat less heavy-duty than more expensive machines, but we found that it delivered delicious bread with that crisp crust and chewy texture that scream home-baked. It has built-in settings for lots of different types of breads, as well as cakes and jams, and it can make either a 2-pound or 1.5-pound loaf using the same pan and paddle. Advanced bakers might be disappointed, however, as its 12 settings don't include any custom programmable options. The home baker performed quite well in our tests, producing a loaf of fluffy sandwich-style white bread and an evenly baked banana bread using the recipes in the manual. All of the included recipes have variations for both loaf sizes, which is really helpful, though the banana bread, cornbread, and cake recipes all call for boxed mixes, an odd choice that kind of defeats the purpose of the bread machine. We didn't have much trouble cleaning the pan and paddle, though the machine did leave some flour behind, and there was some stickiness with the banana bread, both of which required an hour-long soak to loosen up. What we like. Produces fluffy, evenly baked bread. Multifunctional. 2 different loaf sizes. What we don't like. Pan requires soaking to clean. No custom settings. Number 3. With automatic and custom programs, a pause function so you can reshape the dough or add a glaze before baking, and the ability to store up to 9 personal recipes, the Breville Custom Loaf Bread Maker will take your home chef skills to the next level. It can make loaves of up to 2.5 pounds with gluten-free, yeast-free, crusty loaf, dough/pasta, and jam options. This bread machine is packed with cool features that impressed us, like a dispenser for nuts, fruits, or other mix-ins that releases the ingredients at just the right point in the process to be thoroughly incorporated. It also has a 60-minute backup battery and can keep working in the event of a power outage, and a collapsing kneading blade that folds down prior to baking. The instructions include 60 pages of recipes for things like jams, chutneys, jellies, pasta doughs, and yogurt. We liked a lot of other things about the Breville, too. The interface and controls were intuitive, and a window lets you know what's happening inside the machine. Standard white and gluten-free breads came out soft, tender, and evenly textured. They smelled and tasted amazing, had a consistent and delightfully airy cross-section/crumb, and the crust came out golden brown and tender, not crunchy. The manual's somewhat unusual yeast-risen recipe for banana bread didn't get fully mixed, though. The non-stick pan comes in and out easily, but nothing is dishwasher safe and the outside of the pan can't be submerged in water, which makes cleaning complex. We also marked the machine down slightly because it sometimes needed extra mixing time to create a good dough, and because it was one of the louder machines tested. What we like. Intuitive controls. Collapsible kneading paddle. Mixins dispensa. What we don't like. Complicated to clean. Loud. Number 4. Great for students, singles, couples, or anybody who only needs a sandwich or two worth of bread at a time. This slim machine produces 1-pound loaves and can fit in smaller spaces, yet it still has many of the features you'd find in top-quality full-size machines. Settings include basic bread, regular or firm, soft bread, French bread, bread dough, cookie/pasta dough, cake, jam, and quick baking. The crust can be set for regular or light, and the quick baking setting produces a loaf in less than 2 hours. We love how easy this machine was to use and found its results up to par with most of the full-size units we tested. Loaves came out of the pan very easily and smoothly, even if they were on the smaller side. The color was a robust golden brown throughout, and they were nicely domed on the top. The Home Bakery Mini really is quite compact, and there's even a carrying handle for taking bread on the go, and we love how silent its operation is. If you want to make bread in the middle of the night without waking your roommates or family, this is the machine for you. What we like. Nearly silent. Easy to use. Has 8 different settings. What we don't like. Small loaves. Number 5. This machine produces full-size loaves but takes up less counter real estate than full-size bread machines. Perfect for small kitchens or counters crowded with gadgets, it has a space-saving design and modern stainless steel look that weighs in at just over 10 pounds, so it's even easy to take on and off the counter if you want to store it elsewhere. The Cuisinart Compact features 12 cooking programs and 3 crust shades, light, medium, dark, with options including gluten-free bread, jams, sauces, cake, and more. It claims to accommodate up to a 2-pound loaf, though we found that the largest dough batches rose into the lid of the machine and then deflated. We'd recommend sticking to 1.5-pound recipes. We found a lot to love with this bread maker. First, it was very easy to use with an intuitive and clear control panel. White bread came out evenly browned and bubbly inside, and the banana bread was soft and golden brown, with no sticking at all to the pan. One downside of the Cuisinart's small size is that there's not room for insulation. The outside of the unit got very hot during baking. What we like. Even browning and good aeration. Easy to use and clean. 12 programs and 3 crust settings. What we don't like. Can't always handle a 2-pound loaf. Outside of machine gets hot.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon, and comment below. Check out the description to find the product links. Thanks for watching.